What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. Let's get right into it.
You ever watch I'm Legend?
No.
He's pretty much the last person left in New York City. There was an apocalypse that happened where people started turning into these monsters, kind of like zombies.
Yeah.
It was because of like a cancer cure.
Real quick, before this video get too deep into this video, this is a rerun. Alright, y'all. This is a rerun. So if you hear like my voice, that's my reaction in the other video. So if you hear two voices, that's why. This is a rerun. Alright. I think I'm gonna be sitting here for like 3 hours, so go get your snacks, healthy snacks, whatever, man. Let's get into it.
All of these people that took the cancer cure, little did they know it would turn them into like these rabid monsters. And he was surviving there by himself, and he's a scientist trying to like find out the cure. So he's like testing the zombies he finds and shit. Because he's alone for so long, he ends up making his own civilization.
That's tough.
Since there's no people, he puts mannequins.
Oh, that's weird.
He goes to the DVD store and he has to talk to the mannequin like, yo, Sammy, what are you saying, bro? Blah, blah, blah.
He's lost his mind.
One day, he saw the mannequin like in the middle of the street, moved from the DVD store.
That's fun.
And then he pulls out his gun and is like, Bob, tell me you're real. I'm gonna shoot you. Tell me if you're real right now, tell me. He shoots the mannequin, pow, 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 pow. Right? And he goes toward it and he's like inspecting, like, yo, what the f? How did it move, right? As he's walking toward it, he steps in a puddle and his leg gets caught. And he gets. You ever watch I'm Legend?
No.
He's pretty much the last person left. If you ever woke up at 3:15 a.m.
Let me know if you guys seen that movie, man. You already know they be putting the truth in the movies all the time, so you know it was probably some truth in there too, a nugget of truth in there.
Okay.
You might be cursed. Like,
Why, though?
Legit. I don't know if you ever heard about the Amity House.
No.
This is a real haunted house. I believe in the States somewhere. Ever woke up at 3:15 a.m.
Nah, he's crazy, bro. He's crazy. Till my voice came to. Nah, man, that was all you.
This is our world.
Indeed.
A clear, round, protected...
Wait, okay. Do y'all think people really be having voices that come to them and tell them what to do, though? Is that a thing? That is a thing. If it is, it has to be like a fallen angel or something, because it's no way. You know, it's gotta be like a fallen angel or something. I agree. Or a spirit. Gotta be a spirit or a fallen It might be like that. That's probably what it is.
Flat, non-rotating...
See what I was saying?
As above, so below.
That's my reaction. I'm reacting to. That's interesting. Okay. That is interesting. It's definitely how I work.
This
I
is
look
our
too.
world. A clear, round, protective bubble with a flat, non-rotating plane, as above, so below.
Yup.
Did y'all know that all these corporations is owned by one entity? A company called BlackRock, an investing company.
That's crazy.
Now they don't literally own
everything.
them, literally, but the influence, basically, you might as well say they own them. They're blackmailing these companies almost. Like TikTok, this conspiracy theory on, I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is just speculation. From the time you rise up, you open your Apple phone, you go to your Gmail, you on Yahoo, you open your Dell Microsoft computer, you fill your car up with gas. All of that is influenced and owned by BlackRock. How did they even get to this point? So BlackRock Inc. is an American multinational investment company. It's the world's largest asset manager with 9.42 trillion assets as of June 30th, 2023. Headquartered in New York City, BlackRock has 70 offices in 30 countries and clients in 100 countries. Now these clients, and specifically where they're placed at in each one of these companies, is where they get their leverage from. And they got rich off scaling technologies in the early 80s. So by leveraging their technology, data analytics, and focus on passive index investing, BlackRock has become one of the world's largest and most powerful financial firms. But we all know you don't get in no position of power just by scaling your business. You got to pull some tricky moves and tricky things. But how can one company, and Vanguard is another company too, but I'll throw them all into one entity because they all had their business meetings together. They all go sit down and had a rich little meetings and link up together. You got to think about it. If BlackRock got heavy investments into all these companies, right, and their influence is dominant, then that means if they not liking Ford that month, they can cut Ford expenses down halfway. Or if Tesla ain't listening, we could shut down Tesla. Pull our investments out of Tesla. Like, these people are so weird. They will sit here and say, like, oh, we need to bring solar panels and bring energy into the planet. I mean, and use free energy into the planet, use the sun, and we need to make the planet healthier. At one moment, they'll be like, we're promoting ESG. We're promoting environmental, social, and governance, and we're going to invest into the planet. Same time, they throwing billions at fossil fuels. Billions at all they oil companies. They play both sides. That's how they got in position. Just the same thing Rothschild did. Same thing all these billionaires do, bruh. White flag. The surrender. Then come with a sneaky Captain Clever plan in the back. See, we the type of people that confront when something is happening. You got a problem, they gonna confront it. They gonna peep something like, hold it in for 7 months and use it against you. Like, they'll wait. And one of the main reasons why they say BlackRock is controversial, or they could be potentially a evil risk or a negative risk to the American people, is because they invested into all these Chinese companies, right? But if y'all understand something about NATO and how this world stage works, they all the same game players. These world banks, they run the world. These companies, these industries, these firms, whatever you want to call them, right? They got all the names for them. They run the world. So when they link up at these meetings, it's not just Chinese military, it's not your American military, it's these billionaires that link up in politic, the real politic, about what they gonna do with the delusion of this earth. You gotta understand, there's people that gotta keep up with the time zones. It's people that gotta keep up with the who clocking in to work. You think these people really beefing with each other amongst as billionaires? When they gotta run all these people, y'all gotta really understand something, bro. What's going on? They only job is to keep the masses of people in line. Every single country has a head. What do you think they be talking about in these meetings? How to keep everybody under us still. So if we detox from their companies, which is hard to do because they set themselves up into everything. Like Johnson & Johnson, ain't that the medicine and all that? The medicine companies or the lotion company, whatever it is. I think that's the medicine company. Let me look it up. Yes, the pharmaceuticals, right? And these is just the they own all mainstream media, or they influence all mainstream media. That means if BlackRock don't want you to talk about that, you're not going to talk about it. I gotta understand that these companies own controlling interests in all of these medias, in public media, and media forms the public opinion, and the public opinion funds the dollar in how the functioning of this realm and who's doing what. Because most people follow society, even the people who claim they don't, to a certain extent follow society, you know. Then, bro, that's too much power for one company, one man, you shouldn't dictate all that. I want you to also try to go find what they look like. Try to go search up the owner of BlackRock. You're not going to find it. What does this show you?
Anonymous.
Facebook,
They
Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all these people are characters.
Indeed.
Because you ain't going to ever find a person that be like, hey, I own BlackRock. I own Vanguard.
Why would they?
It's not going to happen, buddy. I'm black nobility. It's not happening ever. You would never know what these people look like. Ever. The most you can do is speculate. We might walk past these people every single day. They also do a whole bunch of hand holding and undercutting in the stock world too, but y'all gonna have to find somebody else to talk about the stocks and all that, because we know black melanated people was the first product on the stock market. So I ain't got nothing to speak on about that. I wonder why nobody don't talk about BlackRock though in these companies. And if these are the companies
get your fruit, man. Get your fruit.
What about the ones that's in secret? Or how many companies is they connected to and we don't know about? And if they make investments with China, you got to think every TikTok platform, that's not even an American platform, but half all of America almost running off TikTok now. as far as like entertainment, news, funny videos. It's the new news. It's the new TV. Let's be honest.
Indeed.
If it's not TikTok, it's YouTube. And then YouTube is Instagram.
Facts. Indeed.
Man, we in some strange times, man.
Definitely
Did y'all know
some
that all
strange
these
times.
corporations is
For
owned
sure.
by one entity?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I just learned something new today. I didn't know that at first. How many of y'all knew this? Let me know in the comments. Dang. Owned by one person, BlackRock. That's crazy. Well, organization, whatever you want to call it. All right. That's crazy. So everything is run by this one organization, BlackRock. That's crazy. And you mean to tell me, well, we got so many people out here, right? We can really take our planet back, man. It's way too many people against this one little group. That's sad. That is actually sad. Super sad, man. We gotta stand up, man. We really do. As a people, we gotta really stand up and do better. If it takes, like, don't go to work for like a week. We need to be doing that, man. It's 2024, man. We gotta make a change somehow. You know? Everything I just said was all entertainment, or YouTube. Just putting that out there.
Are you experiencing any of these ascension symptoms? Write it in the comments. Number 1, improved dream recall and the development of lucid dreaming. Number 2, having out-of-body or astral projection experiences. Number 3, perceiving light anomalies of specks, dots, or balls. Number 4, seeing auras around living things. Number 5, increase in empathy, telepathy, and healing abilities. Number 6, past life memories. Number 7, sensing, seeing, or communicating with
How many of y'all know your past life experience? Let me know in the comments, man. And how can you tap into that? Your past life and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments. Definitely gonna do my research on that now.
presences not of the 3D reality fields. Number 8, feeling a strong sense of love and connection to the earth and other living things. Number 9, having conscious contact with the deceased, angels or ETs. Number 10, perception of parallel earth. Number 11, changes in sleeping and eating patterns. Number 12, mood swings, anxiety attacks, manic or depressive states, cold flashes, or hormone flux. Are you experiencing any of these ascension symptoms? Write it.
Was really suicidal. Like really, like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away?
One less lonely One less lonely
Excuse me? That's what I'm saying. Excuse me?
I'm telling you, Hollywood love people like this. Easy, moldable, young, impressionable. Tell them what to do and they'll do it. That's why every time they come in young, they always end up messed up when they grow up. They don't know if they want to become Christian. They don't know who they want to marry. It's crazy. And if you notice, the young white pop stars always start off in the black community because they know that they'll be easily accepted. And then once they get accepted, that's when they want to switch up and switch their fan base. These are just my opinions, but I feel kind of bad because I blame it on the parents. The parents are the ones who make the kids like this.
For sure, man.
Really suicidal. Like really, like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away?
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, they was definitely telling him to say that. Yeah. He don't look like the type to be just saying that, yeah. Dang, man.
Stop. You're going to want to hear this. There was reportedly a biblical description of an angel spotted in Mexico. Look at this. Right here in the middle of the sky. That everybody is recording. Wait till you zoom in. And you zoom in a little closer. And as it get closer, you can start to see that it starts resembling more and more like the biblical description of the angels.
Wait. Actually, do.
Look at it. It even got the eye in the middle and all. And then we know that we're in some strange times.
Indeed.
So anything like this, very much possible. Are y'all seeing this shit? Just look at it.
You can see the eye.
That's what it looked like when you stop and actually look at it.
Nah, that's
damn near resembling this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Was it an angel? Was it a UFO? Was it just a balloon? Comment below. Follow me on all other social media platforms.
I don't know,
Stay
man.
tuned.
That's a little strange. That definitely looked just like that angel thing he just showed us, right? It definitely resembled it a little bit. If not, it kind of did look like it. Can't even cap. And what could that even mean, though? Seeing that, the biblical angel. Yeah. I don't know.
A lot of y'all should know.
Not at the moment. I don't know.
Bro, he was really woke, just like Michael, bro. And he was trying to tell us something. He wasn't paying attention. Listen to this.
Right after this interview, be cool about the internet.
You gotta really listen to the clues that he was trying to give us, y'all. All of this shit scattered. A lot of y'all should know who
I might
Prince
have to
was.
rewind that one, man. But it's crazy though, like he was saying all this was like back then, you know? Yeah. That's how you know he was tapped in, man. Definitely tapped in for sure. To be just saying that like that far back and look at us now. Really gotta watch how you use the internet, man. For real. That is true, man, because like it is a lot of truths on the internet, you know. You can learn so much from the internet. Like you can even pick up on new skills that you never thought you can even get into, you know. It's a lot, man. Like editing, all the way to like making animations or anime or something. Like you could probably make your little own anime show. You never know what you can pick up with, like teach yourself with the internet. But people don't, you know, probably take time to really do that. They just, you know, they use it for entertainment. You know, get their food and stuff like that, and watch more entertainment. You can be picking up a new skill, a new way to, you know, edit a video or something. That's just my thoughts on that, man. To be watching entertainment, not learning anything. We live in an internet age where you can learn anything nowadays, man. You can learn a new language. You know, if you're willing to put in the work to do that, you can really teach yourself a lot of things through the internet. Become, you know, rich overnight, really. But people don't take the time to do these things, you know. They just use it for entertainment. Indeed. Right? Indeed. So that's just what I feel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Trying to headbutt me, bro.
Why do you do that, bro? Nah, that's funny.
Mira, mira. Ahí, mira. ¿Viste? ¿Lo grabaste?
That was not Santa Claus, dude. Cut it out. Get out of here, man.
Who killed Tupac and Biggie? And I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they you know, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's just seems a little governmental.
You know, there are plenty of old timers in the game who are dead sure Diddy put a hit out on Tupac, but it's a total mess right now because there's not much proof, a shaky witness in Keefy D, and Diddy's got this, of course, billion-dollar fortress built around him. But don't lose hope because some OGs are starting to speak up, and Ice Cube's been dropping hints about who walked Tupac for a minute now. You see, now Diddy gives off this vibe of an untouchable dude who finessed the music industry several times, made hella cash off of good artists, and has those weird parties with his boys somewhere in the hills in his mansion. However, all of that might be coming to a grinding halt for Diddy, and it's all because of the recent Keefy D arrest. So now Keefy's getting ready for his trial, and the prosecutors, they're still scrambling for evidence. While all that's going on, Diddy's working on a gospel album with Tiana Taylor, like nothing's ever gonna touch him. But let's not forget that this dude's done some shady stuff throughout his career, and somehow Diddy's the one who slips through the cracks, like every time. It seems like his luck might be changing though. Ice Cube, Eminem, 50 Cent, these are the ones who are actually speaking up about Diddy and the fact that he may have been behind the hit on Pac. So when Pac and Ice Cube crossed paths out of the blue, it became a real game changer for Pac. In a subtle way, Cube kind of took him under his wing. It wasn't like some big dramatic thing, but during that time, he gave Tupac some guidance and acted as a mentor of sorts, which ended up being a pretty big deal in Tupac's artistic journey. They connected because they both went through the same struggles as young black men trying to make a name for themselves in a world that seemed stacked up against them. As Tupac's star status kept on rising, he never forgot the impact that Ice Cube had on his life and career.
Let's go. I met Pac. He was still part of Digital Underground, and he was just, you know, the cool young. We was both, you know, the young niggas in around the group, you know, so we would hang and kick it and shit. You know, this digital shit is cool, man, but, you know, I want to do records like y'all, you know, I want, you know, he said, because where I live at, this shit is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And
he used to talk a lot about how Ice Cube had a massive impact on him, giving props to Cube for helping him discover his voice and gain the confidence to speak his truth. But now let's keep it real. You probably already know that Tupac managed to create the music that he truly wanted to make, all the while becoming one of the greatest and most influential artists ever. He dipped out of Digital Underground in '91 and dropped his first solo jam, Tupacalypse Now, the same year. Then he followed it up with Strictly from a Nip and Me Against the World. But things really blew up when he unleashed his Death Row Records debut, All Eyes on Me.
who killed Tupac and Biggie? And I think both of these dudes.
Tupac, man. Just a legendary name right there, man. Tupac. Actually is, though.
Anybody else? Yeah. Everyone, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava.
Like a what?
What's your other last name?
Ava Barone.
Eva Barone Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
Why
she
on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man, so then he saw me
That don't sound right. Nope.
and said to come inside and play with the kids.
This don't even feel right. Nah, bro.
Like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody to want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online.
You can tell something wasn't right when she said her zodiac sign. Like, what are you talking about? Why is she bringing up her zodiac sign? Yeah, he's strange, real strange, man. You don't just adopt people out of nowhere, man. Get out of here, dude. He using that as a cover up, man. Yo, get him, man. Bro. They gotta get him.
That's real.
Somebody gotta get him, man, because he's wilding out here. He don't even care, bro. What is he even doing? Ain't this the dude from that one movie? What is you doing right there? You're not beating these allegations. I don't care. Here's over with.
Read Diddy Lit.
It's all over for P. Diddy because he's allegedly one of the worst sexual predators in the history of music. So P. Diddy is a very, very famous rapper, music label owner, and he's been credited with finding and helping discover a lot of young and budding artists.
On that list.
But on November 16th of this year, one of his exes named Cassie accused him of sex trafficking, rape, and domestic violence. This woman basically stated that P. Diddy had repeatedly assaulted her for years during their on and off again relationship, and she even stated that at one point he had allegedly broken into her house and assaulted her after breaking in. But just a short time after this was made public, P. Diddy settled the lawsuit with Cassie and basically stated he wished her well. But then days after settling this lawsuit, another woman came forward and filed a SA complaint against him. This woman claimed that P. Diddy had drugged and raped her while she was a college student in the year 1991. Of course, P. Diddy denied this claim, but the story gets worse and worse. On the same day that the second woman came forward claiming that P. Diddy had assaulted her, a third woman came forward. This time, she stated that P. Diddy and his friend Aaron Hall had taken turns graping her and a friend 30 years ago. Then, 2 days ago, some of the most disturbing allegations against P. Diddy surfaced. This woman, who's going by Jane Doe, stated that when she was 17, she was approached at a lounge in Michigan by P. Diddy and the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, Harvey Peer, and she was then convinced by these men to take a private jet to a recording studio in New York City. This woman claims, though, once she got to the recording studio, she was given substances and she was viciously gang raped by P. Diddy, Harvey, and a third assailant who remains unnamed. Now, for his part, P. Diddy has denied all these allegations, said that these are people just trying to ruin his reputation, basically take his money. But I will state here that for years, people have been talking about some of these strange things that P. Diddy has been seen on video doing with people he hangs around with. And there have been rumors that P. Diddy has been a rapist for a very, very long time. So I'm sure that there are going to be more allegations, but yeah, I think for now, P. Diddy is definitely...
Everything that was shown right here was all for entertainment, too. Alright. To make sure I said that, huh? Get him, man. Get him. Yeah, get him.
If you're awakening spiritually, this video is crazy. So freaking important for you.
Like that.
I see so many people awakening, and this is not a judgment, it's just an observation because I have been there myself, struggling, battling, trying to awaken.
What are you talking about, man? What you talking about?
Chakra, shadow work, journaling, affirmations, mantras, chanting, meditation, running, eating the right foods, and you don't need none of it. Truly. If you understand the effects of consciousness, you would never need anything for the rest of your life. For we are living in an illusion.
You know what's crazy, man? Like, I know people be on their spiritual path and stuff like that, but man, sometimes you want to indulge in some good foods, you know? You want some fried chicken some days. You know what I mean? But it's all about, like, the experience, man. Of course, like, I feel like we wanted to have this experience on this earth, and we can learn from this, you know? We can learn that we can't let this happen again, man. Letting them take over our planet like this, oh, man, we gonna learn big time. We gonna learn big time from this one, for real, because we didn't let them take over our planet. We don't got no free, we can't even get some fresh fruit, for real. How many times you went to the grocery store and you didn't see nothing? It says organic. That stuff is not organic, dude. At all.
Projected by consciousness. You are the creator. You just don't know it yet. You still believe you're a victim to outside circumstances, an external world, external forces. But you are projecting the entire experience of your life. You're watching a movie on plasma projected by consciousness. when you open up to that creator part, that awareness, that consciousness, and this is not just a theory or some philosophy, or it's an actual physics. You have, imagine a holographic world, the physical stuff disappears. Now you're in this energetic holographic matrix. When your consciousness, instead of being so narrowed into the human world, but when your consciousness starts opening up to light, new energy flows in. Your body heals faster, your pain heals faster, your chakras automatically align without any effort. All your quote-unquote shadow aspects, they actually come home. They get integrated because you're no longer fighting them, you're no longer resenting them, you're no longer battling them. You let your consciousness, your light, your creator essence take care of everything. How do you think this planet came into place? How do you think this beautiful world exists? Divine intelligence. Get the human out of the way, let your light, the consciousness, take care of everything. When you open up to consciousness, your light body comes in, your body of consciousness. This part of you essentially vibrates like an enlightened being is like 300,000 cycles per second. Imagine Buddha, Jesus, etc. A human, a normal low consciousness human, again just an observation, but a low consciousness human with physicality and stuff vibrates at approximately 60,000 to 120,000. 120,000 cycles per second is more
But when it's research,
but my point
okay.
here is that when you open up to your light, to your awareness, to your consciousness, and you don't do anything, literally there's no technique, you just open up to the field, to your own light, and you allow that in.
Right.
Just assume it's there and receive.
You gotta be delusional
all
sometimes,
right here.
you know.
When you come into the world,
Sometimes you gotta be delusional.
shining bright, you are vibrant, you're happy, you're jumping, you're shining, right? And then people shut you down. You suppress yourself, and that's when we become depressed, when we suppress our light. You simply open up to that light again. And when you do, as I said, because your light body, the body of consciousness is here in the physical body, it merges with it, it heals the body faster, your chakras get aligned, everything takes care of itself. You don't need to fight anything. So, final point, let go of the battles. Everything you think you need to do, eat the right foods, do the right things, love and light, chakra work, mentoring, affirmation, journaling, all that, you're still just using the human self. And this is not a judgment again, but the human is so limited, so limited. When you tap into the field, to your consciousness, the creator essence that is literally creating your entire world, everything will take care of itself automatically.
Facts.
So let go of the battles, let go of the struggling, the efforting, trying to awaken, for you have all the answers, all the knowingness, all the divine spirit. It's right here if you allow it in. And that part of you will take care of everything. If you're awakening spirit,
100. I feel him on that for sure. Mind over physical, I guess, you know. The mind is definitely a powerful place, man. Without the mind, you wouldn't even be, you know. Without the mind, you wouldn't even be. Straight up.
Ice Spice is a perfect example for how to tell whether or not somebody is going to be famous using the Hollywood hair theory. It's this theory that in a world where we are so overstimulated and our attention spans are so short, in order to actually be memorable, you need to have an iconic look to you. And there's no easier way to do that than your hair. Ariana Grande did it with the ponytail. Justin Bieber did it with that bowl cut and purple hoodie. Billie Eilish did it with green hair. Nicki Minaj did it in Pink Friday with pink hair. And my friend Coco has made a lot of really good videos about the Hollywood hair theory that inspired this one, but I really wanted to talk about this. Ice Spice is getting a chia pet, and this to me is the perfect example of why this Hollywood hair theory is so important.
I'm laughing, bro, because I used to watch that commercial all the time, bro. No, watch it grow. Nah, that is crazy, man. I remember this. They still sell this? They do? Nah, Chia
No,
Pet
it's
is
still
crazy.
important, and when used correctly, actually
That's
creates
funny.
these massive branding opportunities for artists. Because so much of becoming a successful
They do.
artist is
That's
crafting a
crazy.
really, really memorable brand that people really latch onto, right? You're only going to release music once every 2 years or so. So you really need to create this feeling of community and identity that people resonate with, right?
Right.
And Ice Spice is a master of this, and I think that is why she's blown up so much in this past year, right? Like, by simply calling her audience Munchkins, she got a massive Dunkin' Donuts partnership. Or on Halloween, she has people like Trisha Paytas, Lil Nas, like people everywhere dressing up as her, right? Because her brand is so memorable. And you want a career, not a year in any creative industry, right? You see how quickly people can blow up and then how quickly they can vanish. And it's things
Real
like
quick.
this that keep people there, right? It's not the fact that there's one artist who's putting out an album every 2 months and that's why they are constantly famous. It's this ability to craft a brand that you can then let other people do the work for you, right? Chia Pet is now promoting Ice Spice when she doesn't even have to do it herself anymore. And that's the genius of crafting this very visual brand. Ice Spice is a perfect example.
Wow. That's an interesting theory, I'm not gonna lie. Because, you know, like, people come out with their hairstyles and it definitely holds. Definitely be open. Remember them off of their hairstyle, too.
Willy Wonka
Never
is a
looked at it
demented
like that.
psychopath and serial killer. The golden tickets are just a diabolical trap to satisfy his dark desires, to get rid of children representing each of his sins and vices. Wait, this theory might spoil your childhood, especially when you find out what really happened to them. The film is ambiguous and doesn't clearly show whether the children survived their alleged accidents planned by the terrifying Wonka himself. Besides, he's always scared me more than amused me, haven't you? Gloop, because of his gluttony, didn't just fall into the chocolate river by accident, he was pushed. The selfish one wasn't attacked by squirrels by accident, she was targeted. Violet, the impatient one, wasn't turned into a blueberry by mistake, she was intoxicated. Mike, the obsessive, wasn't reduced by a ray by bad luck, he was irradiated deliberately. Bay and Charlie, he was next on the list. But Wonka, the diabolical genius, was looking for a successor, not out of generosity, but to avoid the guilt of his horrible crimes. Willy Wonka is a demented psychopath and serial killer.
Got
The
a
golden
point.
tickets are just a
He would strategically set that up, too, for every child. He knew what they liked it and all that. That's crazy, man. That movie is actually crazy when you really decode it like that. Dang. He really is a serial killer. Really. Who really killed them?
Yeah, he's
without, like, making it seem so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, dang. That was crazy. I have to rewatch that and really decode that now.
Since there's a lot of spiritual bypassing on
serial killer.
TikTok, I just want to bring some awareness to certain topic that I continuously see and no one talks about the other side of it. Mount Shasta, California is the root chakra of the world. It's a powerful energy vortex, and it also has an extreme level of darkness that nobody talks about. I'm saying this because I lived there for over a year, and I feel very confident in the information that I've attained, and I want to share it. In the 1800s, the US government held genocide campaigns. Genocide campaigns are where the government funded and paid white settlers to go and kill Native American peoples off of their own land. Men, women, children, all of any native that was seen, they got murdered. A significant amount of genocide campaigns happened in Siskiyou and Shasta County, which is where Mount Shasta is at. So rather than only talking about the light of Mount Shasta, we also need to bring some awareness to the dark. Since there's a lot of spiritual bypassing on TikTok, I just...
Where's that at? California?
There's something crazy hiding beneath Mount Shasta. In 1904, a man by the name of J.C. Brown was searching for gold at Mount Shasta when he discovered a mysterious cave. He followed the empty tunnel for 11 miles, and at the end of it, he found a lost city with hieroglyphics written all over the walls. As he went deeper into the
That
city,
is not
he
Joe
found a
Rogan.
chamber with 27
It's
tombs
AI.
which had
It's AI.
skeletons in them, except that the skeletons were over 10 feet tall. He hid the entrance to the city and kept the information to himself. However, he obsessed over it in secret. And finally, after 30 years, he put together a team of 80 people to go back and explore the city. However, on the day the expedition was supposed to begin, J.C. Brown vanished and was never seen or heard from again.
Wow.
Many have speculated that the Illuminati took him out in order to keep this place hidden. Many people say that the Earth is much different than we are told. So, did J.C. Brown stumble on a secret that someone was trying to hide? This has made many people think that there's something crazy hiding beneath Mount Shasta.
Wow. So they have. So I feel like, yeah, go ahead. Cities and mountains. Yo. You know, I heard Rashad Jamal say this. I don't know. This might be real then, huh? They have cities and mountains. You might not never know. You know, they might have cities underground. So come on, man. If they got underground bunkers, why can't they have mountains and cities? You know? Facts. It's definitely not deniable. It's definitely possible that they have that. So I don't know though. Who knows? We just have to find it ourselves, you know, one day.
Did you know that in numerology, 14 is the number of neglect, and that the elites have been using it to make you forget about things that are important and to make you work harder and not work for yourself? To begin, let's read 14 as a sentence. We have 1, which is action, and 4, which is work. So anything under the energy of 14 is always in the act of work. And underneath is 5, which is the number of running away. So we have through action and work, we run away. This is why people born on the 14th or those with life path 14s have been neglected in their life. Either they have one parent, 2 parents that don't pay attention to them, or they have no parents at all. And usually this is because that parent has chosen to do some type of work that is more important than them. So let's look at where our first 14 is. And this is in the common phrase, work a 9 to 5. 9 plus 5 equals 14. This phrase was set up on purpose because by agreeing to working a 9 to 5, you are agreeing to neglecting the people around you due to the work that you are doing. This is why the last 100 years have been marked by a rampant work till you die culture.
Yeah.
Our next 14 is in the number of days in a year, 365, which adds up to 14. They want us working all year round. Wow. If you notice, 1 is a masculine number, meaning that this program is targeted at men. And because the 9 to 5 and the 365 are so targeted at the masculine, this is why we have a rampant disease of neglectful fathers. Now I'm going to blow your mind even further. N is the 14th letter, which is the start of neglect. And I'm going to go over a few more words that they have made us forget were important by attaching 14 to them. To start, we have numerology. If you've noticed, numerology seems to have sprung out of nowhere, even though it is more ancient than any of the other divination practices. This is because by attaching N to it, we have forgotten it. We have not been able to think about it. But look how it's rising back. I have good news for 14. 14 is on the rise because while 14 may be the number of neglect, 14 is the most independent number there is because of this. 14 gets it on its own. It's independent. It has 1 and it works. It works independently. So while these 14s may have been neglected in the past, they are moving up. And this goes for anyone who is born on the 14th or has a life path 14. You will notice that your path is similar to that. Next, we will look at nature. They have made us forget that nature was even important to begin with. We are in an industrial jungle. We don't think about nature at all. They've made us
nobody care about nature,
especially with the 9 to 5 and the 365 that we work. Next, we have nutrition.
I mean, y'all be outside getting the sunlight, man. Come on, man. What you doing? Get outside.
Oh my God, how many unhealthy people do you see in English-speaking countries? We have completely forgotten what a diet was. We are all fat. We eat processed foods. People will sit around and eat Cheetos for an entire day. Nutrition has been completely forgotten and it's out the window. And for you guys following numerology, guess what name starts with the letter N that we seem to have forgotten about? 9. 9. Why'd we forget about 9? Maybe because they attached 14 to it. And now look at me. My expression is a 95/14/5. I kill 9. You don't know about 9? Go on my channel. I absolutely kill it. Only a 14 is not neglecting this stuff. Next, we have nurture. It seems like nurture has completely left this world. It's only just now coming back. And it seems like when we bring it back, it's confusing because they're so used to beating their kids. They're so used to being unemotionally intelligent. Like they don't understand that we could possibly be soft. And it's not even soft. It's literally just emotional intelligence. Nurture, completely forgotten out the window. But I want you to take notice that all these things seem to be rising back up. They're coming back up right now. 14 is on the rise. They're about to hit that independent stride. Next, we have neutrality. No one is neutral anymore. You have to be a Democrat. You got to be a Republican. You got to be for this country. You got to be for this country. I know you know what I'm talking about, but no neutrality ever. No one is able to sit in between an idea. They have to pick a side, or you're bad. You're evil if you don't pick that side. Oh, you suck if you don't pick that side. No neutrality. Forgotten. Now look what else is in. They want you to never notice. They got you forgetting how to notice stuff. That's why you're an NPC. They got people being NPC, non-playable character. Now let me drop some natural 14s on you. We got our hand. I got 2 right here. 3, 3, 3, 3. That's 14 on both of my hands. Same for my feet. 14 is also encoded in my entire body. I have a head. I have a torso. That's 2. I got 3 parts of my arms. That's 6. Then I got 3 parts of my legs, adding up to 14. 14 is not supposed to be neglect. It's supposed to be independent hard work. It's supposed to be working for yourself, but they flipped the script. Now, another thing they made you forget, names. You know how powerful your name is? Look at name numerology. No one talks about name numerology. It's all about the birthday. No one's talking about the name. Name is the most important part of numerology because when I talk to you, I communicate with my name. I don't communicate with my birthday. I don't say, hey, what's up, January 15th? I say, hey, what's up, Kyle? Hey, what's up, Samantha? Hey, what's up? Whatever, like that's what I'm communicating with. Names also have power. My name is Gabriel. That means God's defender. My middle name is Troy. That means foot soldier. My last name is Greer. That means watchful and vigilant. I am the watchful and vigilant foot soldier who defends God. You can't forget this stuff. Now a little quick one. 5 is the number of addiction. What do we have high schoolers, middle schoolers addicted to right now? Nicotine. Oh, how did they do that? Now, don't be discouraged by all this information. 14 is on the up and up. Life Path 14s, Expression 14s, Soul's Urge 14s, all of the 14s are moving upwards. If you are a 14, be proud of your number. Be proud of what you've had to go through because you are on the up and up and you are part of the solution. Teach everyone to be independent because you are the best at it. Teach everyone how to work for themselves, how to go on adventures by themselves, how to be themselves. You have no issue with that. And if you made it this far, you must be really interested in numerology. I highly recommend.
Shout out to dude.
Look, I figured this out. I figured it out. All right, so in these times that we're living in, I'm thinking that the governments or the elites or whoever knew that the Christ consciousness was going to come back. Oh, Holy Spirit is what you call it.
Of course.
So they created this AI. They turned on the 5G towers. All that's connected to our cell phone. They're collecting our thoughts because they know that our thoughts, you know, from God's people, comes from Him. So at the same time, when we get our thoughts from God, they want to get it via cell phone, AI. That's why all this stuff happened like all at once. We're in the middle of a big chess match between God and like these evil people. As much, you know, the AI, the beast, is trying to imitate God as much as possible. Like, I'm pretty sure this is what's going on.
Yeah,
look, I figured this out. I figured it out.
Definitely. Technology is definitely reading our thoughts and stuff, man. That's why when you get to shopping and you think of something, it shows as an ad. Like, bruh, how you knew that? How did you know what I was thinking? Like, that's crazy. You're definitely listening to us for sure.
We really already know how to cure cancer. That's not even like a speculative statement. It's completely true, because if you know what cancer is, it's something that we get every single day, but our body fights it off. So the only reason it becomes fatal is because most people are not treating their bodies right. They're not eating anything that has nutrition. They're not using their bodies, exercising or anything. I think that food is probably the most important part of it, but the thing is that a lot of people don't know what's healthy and what's not. That's the big problem. We really already know how.
Ow!
I'll be the first to say it. Project X is the best party movie ever made, I'll argue. Yeah, you got Superbad. Superbad was dope. Amazing movie. You got House Party, original OG classic. But I feel like no party movie has left a bigger impact than Project X. If you don't know what Project X is, it's about these 3 high school seniors. They're outcasts in their school. They're trying to leave a legacy for themselves. They're trying to throw the biggest house party ever. You feel me? And they did. When I tell you this party was insane, it was dangerous, it was crazy, it was wild, fun, lit, like all of that shit. It was the best party ever recorded on film. And when I tell you everything that went wrong in this movie, I will have to write a book, because literally everything that went wrong. For example, these are the security guards. You feel me? Like, these 2 are the security guards for the house. They tied this dog to some balloons. One of the rules that they had before they thrown the party was 50 people max. 50 people max. Just look at this shit. Look at this poster. That's way more than 50 people. This shit was crazy. I don't know. I just feel like Project X now is like considered a classic. You feel me? And should be more respected. Because think about it. How many times have y'all seen a flyer that try to resemble or try to imitate Project X? You feel me? And honestly, I have never been to a party close to Project X. Like, yeah, I've been to parties that were lit, crazy, whatever the case may be, but nothing like this movie whatsoever. And I feel like if they decided to, remake Project X or do a second one and make it even crazier, that'd be fire. You feel me? But who remembers this movie? Did y'all fuck with this movie, or was it just me? I'll be the first to say it. Project X.
All the wickedness that was being done behind the scenes is finally being exposed and coming to light. Just a couple days ago, after a very long wait, a judge finally ordered the release of over 170 names involved in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Involving dozens of underage girls when he committed suicide in a Manhattan jail in 2019. Prince Andrew and former Victoria's Secret CEO Les Wexner are among the 13 people who have tried unsuccessfully to remain anonymous. But others are asking too. There is Doe 107, who is begging the judge to remain secret, saying it would put her life at risk if her name was revealed.
The names are supposed to be released in early January of 2024. Leave a like, and then when they do release, I'll go through them all. But keep an eye on how a lot of these billionaires and celebrities will be moving in the next couple of days. If you see some of them moving a lot of money to a different country or building bunkers, they may be preparing to be exposed on the list. All the wicked...
Oprah. Oprah's definitely on that list, man. Did y'all see what she did, bro?
I've never seen nothing like that.
Wow, that is a crazy view to see right there, bro. Wow, that looks amazing. That looks like something out of a movie. How is it even like giving off that effect, man? That's insane. Like, what is right there giving it off like that? It's crazy. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, shit, it went off. How would it went off like that?
That was not natural. Look.
That dead was not natural.
So y'all please excuse my face. I've pretty much been asleep about damn near almost.
Did you guys hear about this? Apparently, the United States found a pyramid in Antarctica and are trying to...
Bro, AI, Joe Rogan, I'm not messing with it.
That Gen Alpha, which are the kids raised with this new age technology, are performing 2 times lower than their grade level.
I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level.
They can't read or write properly. Not only that, but the rate of teachers quitting has never been higher due to Gen Alpha's terrifying behavior, which is aggressive and defiant.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life.
This is a direct result from unlimited technology access, poor values, emotional neglect, and lazy parenting. Because shoving an iPad to a kid's face to distract them from their emotional needs was the worst thing you can do for a human's development. Which, if you feel like you grew up with toxic parenting and need a heal the emigon. But now we're seeing this whole technology thing through. Now these kids have no creativity of their own, their attention spans have dropped to 1 second, and they have unrestricted internet access. Do you know what porn, gore, and inappropriate content can do to a kid's brain? It can impair them for life. This is how a lot of psychopaths and people with extremely dangerous behaviors are created. And thinking they won't have access to that is so delusional, especially when their attention span is so impaired they have nothing to turn to but technology. Or their behavior is so terrible, this along with emotional neglect and giving in to their every tantrum so they shut up is impairing these children. It's time to raise these kids in the present moment. Teach them to create on their own, to use their imagination again, and tend to their emotional needs like a real parent instead of distracting them from them. It's time to heal because iPad kids are out of control. Teachers all over the global report.
That is true, man. Technology is really dangerous, really. I don't think we understand how dangerous technology is getting, man. We really gotta be careful, man. Really do.
How is Christmas on Monday and today's Friday? Christmas Eve is on Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday. 2024 is next Monday, but 2023 is right now. How is Christmas on Monday and today?
Yo, this is my that is true, man. That's like being delusional or whatever. Sometimes you gotta be delusional, you know? You know, if you like that, you gotta sometimes do that. I feel that, man. Yeah. Start doing that, yeah.
The disgraced financier was facing additional federal charges of operating a sex trafficking ring involving dozens of underage girls when he committed suicide in a Manhattan jail in 2019.
He's still alive, hiding somewhere. He's too rich. Who out into himself? What? Come on, dude.
Others are asking too. There is Doe 107, who is begging the judge to remain secret, saying it would put her life at risk if her name was revealed. So what other names might we see on January 1st or 2nd? Earlier, I spoke with investigative reporter Vicky Ward, author of Vicky Ward Investigates on Substack, who's been covering the Epstein story closely for years. Vicky, there's a lot of speculation about whose names will be on this list. Do you think there'll be any big surprises?
So, I'm a little skeptical of the idea there'll be huge names that we don't already know, simply because Virginia Giuffre already made accusations against very prominent names.
Now I'm gonna tell it like this. Y'all know just how I know. Once these names drop, it's gonna be a lot of strange things that happen. Like they said though, January 1st, January 2nd, whenever this list drop, we gonna see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this list finna drop in the comment. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. Follow me on all
Somebody said Oprah Winfrey is on there. I'm pretty sure she is. So this is the year that they just like forget it. We lost. Forget it. Just flip the board over. This is the year, huh? 2024 is definitely gonna be a wild year. They're already starting off with the Epstein list. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year.
The most powerful people.
Okay, y'all, I gotta ask, how have you guys been feeling? Because there is something going around. As of right now, I'm feeling something. And this right here is causing a lot of people to be sick. So basically what they're saying, the flu, RSV, COVID-19, and the walking pneumonia has teamed up and created one super new pathogen in a sense.
You or someone you know is sick right now.
Alright, y'all, we 1 hour in now. Lock in, y'all.
Why are we all coughing? It sure seems like a really awful cold and flu season.
Does anybody else notice this weird sickness going around? It's like the cold on like steroids.
It's impacting everyone. Kelly Ripa just called out sick.
Yesterday you could tell she was losing her voice a little bit.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Why is everybody sick right now? Dr. Sonali Bose, a pulmonologist at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, says we're still building our immunity after the COVID lockdowns.
What we think is going on is that patients then have not really had the opportunity to create immunity to these viruses in the way that we have been in the past. And so now with our reduced ability to combat that, a lot of patients are getting sicker.
The wave of illness here in the U.S. is particularly concerning because China is currently in the grips of a major outbreak.
Here we go again. There is a sickness raging there. Hospitals in China claim that they're overwhelmed.
It's like the bad old days of the pandemic. Masks are back, crews in hazmat suits disinfecting. It's COVID deja vu. But the World Health Organization says there's no need to panic. It's not a new pathogen like COVID-19. Instead, it's a combo of common viruses, flu, RSV, COVID, and walking pneumonia, made worse because they've been in lockdown for so long.
The World Health Organization is asking China for updated data on this.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. They know what they trying to do. Yeah, we all get it.
The truth about the hospitals, car shops, the dentists, and so on and so on. Them places just want you to keep coming back to them. You ever went to a mechanic, right, and you just want to get your oil changed, or you want to apply a new paint on your car or some shit, and they come back and tell you, hey man, you got something wrong with your car, this, that, and the third. You don't know what they doing to your car once you drop that car off to them niggas. Them niggas could be fucking your shit up so you can keep coming back to them and giving them money. Just like the dentist keep fucking your teeth up. So I haven't been to the dentist in 3 years. Look at my shit. You feel me? I ain't been to them niggas in 3 years. Actually, no, it's been like 4, 5 years for real. But every time I kept coming to them, I had to keep going back because it was something wrong with my teeth. But I stopped going to them. Everything good. You can be your own dentist. You can do your own shit to your teeth. I'm not saying drill your teeth and all that extra shit. Nigga, you can like look it up. I don't know, nigga, look it up. You feel me? The same thing for your car. You can do a lot of shit on your own car, bro. You don't have to keep going to these shops. These people in the shop be fucking your car up. Hey, so you go there for an oil change, they be that bitch like, hey, you need to, there's something wrong with your car, it's this, that, and the third. Nigga, I want an oil change. Why are you telling me what's wrong with my car, bro? That's just an example. You could do your own oil change and shit.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm just gonna see
Make this seaweed wrap with your boy, but this time I did it a little bit different. I got some nori wraps. I took about 5 of them, put them together.
No, I know y'all be saying, oh, can you stop skipping the clips? Some clips is just I'm just gonna have to skip, alright? Right. Because YouTube be on that BS, and I don't got time for YouTube doing that, man.
I put one in the center for a little bit of stability, okay? And I did not use kale, I used sweet butter lettuce, okay? I put it on my nori wraps. I put avocado. I put Roma tomatoes. I put onions on there with it. All right. I took me some white mushroom, put them on there, bell pepper, yellow, red, orange bell pepper. Took a little bit of sun-dried tomato, put them on there, seasoned it real good. Put me some alkaline homemade duck sauce on there. Cut it down the middle. Look at the inside of it.
Got you a lettuce,
a little tomato,
sushi.
take a bite with you. Bow. Make this seaweed wrap with your bubble.
Raw lettuce sushi. It's a lot of lettuce on that. Can't cup. You look kind of good though. Not gonna lie. I have to try that.
7 best.
I'm gonna go get some wrap. How many of y'all be detoxing, man? Gotta be detoxing, man. If you gotta drink some lemon water, that helps too. Actually, drink lime. Yeah, drink lime, because the lemon is like acidic, they say. I would go with lime. Just no sugar. You don't need no sugar. Everybody always want to add sugars to their tea and stuff. Learn how to drink it raw, man. Right? Shit, you get you some lime juice. Just get you some limes. And then just put it in the water. Boom. And there you go. There go your little detox drink. Right? If you can't get nothing else, you should definitely be getting some lime. Some limes and some water. Put the lime in the water. Boom. There go your detox drink.
He's a machine, Tom. Like, it's crazy. He's the first guy in there. Practices at 11. He's in there at 9.
Remember,
he's the last guy to leave. Bro, it's not like there's no secret to it. I've been able to get all these guys as mentors.
It's always with a joke.
Floyd Mayweather, Tom Brady, Kobe.
Sneeze me. Sneeze me. Sneeze me.
For 7 months.
Then I gotta sneeze you in the chat.
No matter what he did the night before, he's in there. He's in there. Taking care of his body. He's a machine, bro. Like, have y'all ever seen him in real life? No. Bro, when he sits right here, when he sits down, bro, he sits like his back is a machine, Tom. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy that he even saying that he's a machine. Because he being, you know, they be acting like that, bro. They really be telling the truth.
I don't know about you guys, but I am so done with Christmas. I am done participating in Christmas gift giving because it's so stressful and it gives me so much anxiety, and I'm buying presents for people who don't even need it. And it's the same stress level every single year. I went to TJ Maxx today to finish my Christmas shopping. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and it was packed in the store. There was a line from literally the back of the store to the front of the store, and I'm just like, why am I doing this again? Why am I doing this again? And what I realized is that I'm not the only one stressed. All the people in their store are stressing over buying each other gifts, and I just was like picking up random gifts left and right because I'm just over it. I wasn't even putting thought into the gifts that I was giving. And you know what I realized is that this whole Christmas gift giving is meant to be a distraction. You know, that it's actually
100.
a distraction by the enemy, the world, to distract us from the gift that we've all been given freely. Our ability to basically be able to have a relationship with God is because the gift of the Son of Jesus Christ. And that's what we really should be focused on Christmas, giving to people who need it. So, and like being forgiving towards others and really focusing on being more of what God calls us to be instead of giving gifts and materialistic stuff and being stressed out. God wants us to have peace, not to be stressed over who we're giving gifts to. So I vowed that I am no longer participating in Christmas gift giving, okay? Not because I don't like giving gifts. I am a giver. But I don't like participating in all the stress that Christmas is, trying to get people gifts by a deadline. I will happily give to people who are in need on my own time, okay? And I will be praying and giving thanks to God on Christmas for the holiday and spending time with my family, and that is enough. I am no longer participating in Christmas gift giving. This will be my last year. And if you're stressed by it too, you can do the same. I will be sending a text next year like, please do not buy me any Christmas gifts. I am not in any need. The Lord is my provider and I have everything that I need. Thank you very much. If you would like to give, please give to those who are in need. And I will not be giving anyone any gifts. So just wanted to let you know in advance, it has nothing to do with how I feel about you and everything to do with how I feel about my peace. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so
I
down with
agree.
Christmas.
I strongly agree. Yeah, she's making it like, I don't know, she's just like being so respectful without being disrespectful. I don't know, bro. That is funny though. I'm sorry,
So
man.
I'm
That's
gonna teach
funny.
you something about alien. Some people ask, how come people can't get good videos of aliens or good photos even with these new cameras we got, right? Some of these beings vibrate at a high vibrational rate. So your cells are moving like this, right? Like this. And some of their cells be like that, right? So when the camera is trying to catch some of these beings that you see on camera, the pixel rate and the frame rate of the camera cannot catch these beings. Even if they were right in front of you, you wouldn't be able to get a clear photo because they're vibrating too fast. So one of the things reptilians do, if you didn't know, is they mess with the cerebral cortex. So think of that movie They Live, right? When he put on the glasses, he could see their real body. That's what your body is naturally doing right now as more energy is coming into the earth. You're starting to see like their skin masks look off. You're starting to see all this crazy stuff like, oh, nah. You know how they said aliens are real, right? They've been in the office. Most governments got either reptilians or some kind of grays or mantids in skin suits, and their vibration is running way higher than yours. So that's why you starting to see their costumes fall apart right now. They won't be able to hide. That's why they starting to make commercials with reptilians, like that Mountain Dew commercial that came out. Got a reptilian. There's another one that was walking down the street with a reptilian. They want you to get used to seeing them,
right?
Even though they finna look like the bottom of the screen. That's gonna look a little crazy, right? You know, in Tartaria, they used to have wireless telephone lines.
Wait,
so why do we need
am I
these?
laughing?
I just want y'all to read this. This is facts. This is all facts. Brought here, I don't know, 50 to 100,000 years ago. We've had a couple of moons, to be real with y'all. If you look at the pattern of the moon and reflect it to Earth, it's a map. Literally, it's a map. I posted a couple videos on the Secret History playlist, which this video will probably be in. Some of these beings are on the planet. They're called tall grays. They look different shapes, but they usually have this type of shape. These are the ones that be testing people's genetic materials and stuff. You know, these are the beings that signed the Greada Treaty. These types of beings. The short grays are the ones that'll go out and scout. They were created by some Anunnakis, and then reptilians had got some and created some, and then some broke off and created their own race. They're similar to like the Borg from Star Trek. These are blue avians. Some people may have seen these types of beings.
They control time.
They really chill. They're 6 density energy beings. So these beings are pretty chill and mellow. Same thing with these beings Andromedans. They usually don't mess with too many folks. They're highly advanced. They usually chill, minding their business. Insectoids, part of the reasons why you got parasites, mosquitoes, cockroaches, and stuff like that. Sicars, this is what they mean by dinosaurs. Like, they are highly intelligent. It's not like
the only one that do that. Like, when you hear like somebody talk about bugs, you get them looking around. Let me know if y'all be doing that, bro. I don't know. Every time I hear somebody talk about bugs, spiders, or anything, it's just make sure I'm looking around. I don't know.
The dinosaurs you learned growing up. And some people say the dinosaurs used to be called dragons, aka the reptilians in the corner. They've been here a long time too. Right? You remember Hindu? You remember Krishna? That was an actual extraterrestrial race. So if you look at hieroglyphs on the wall and you see those blue people, they were actually blue. Arcturians, some people say they're bad for Anunnakis or bad for certain groups. Like I say, just use your energy resonance in your body. This is how you'll determine if a being is for you or not. Some people radiate with one of these beings, right? That's why I say you gotta use your...
Okay, hold on. What being controlled the time that put the time spell on us? Right. What being did that? Anybody know? I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I think it was the Octorians, right? These people. Somebody did it. That's all I know. Somebody put the time spell on us. Right?
Use your own energy as a
That's why I'm
radar to
aging, for
determine if
real.
a being is for you or not, regardless of what race they're from. You know, because everybody got their own version of a story. This guy is bad because da 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 da. So use your own internal energy resonance. Anunnakis are some of the oldest races in the universe. They say they come from the 11th density or higher, right? And they create a lot of stuff. You know, they go to certain planets, and if there's a hominid there, they'll modify their DNA. And then some of them are peaceful, like they say they created Nordics and Pleiadians and some stuff. That's just a story. I'm just letting you know. That's, you know, but there's beings out there that's for you and not for you. Just use your own internal energy resonance to see. So now I'm gonna show you this. The original hominids to Earth before Anunnaki came, Pleiadians or the reptilians, were beings like this. They're called the Isbis, or the omnipresents, or the omniscient. These were some of the original beings. This is how some of y'all look at an energetic level, right? The Anunnakis added their DNA and some of their genetic code to us, and we became who we are today. So they basically created part of the golden race. To be honest with you, the golden race was talked about in a bunch of alien history and legends throughout all kinds of alien civilizations, that when the race of the golden beings are born, they'll change the balance of the universe. That's what we're doing right now. So some of the beings are kind of scared of us because they see that we have potential to grow stronger than them. But it don't make sense. You know, if we chill, you know, we ain't trying to do none of that extra like other people, like other beings do. When we become the golden race, we worried about building our collective up. And you remember how I told you that the Earth is a cell in a giant galactic body? This is what I mean. So if this is the galactic body, we would be like a little hair. So this is what I mean by you are the universe, you, right? And on your body, you have a civilization in your body. As you graduate in energy, you'll start to be able to make civilizations, galaxies, nebulas inside of yourself. Now, I know that sounds crazy right now, but think about this. You're part of dark matter, the creation particle. So as you learn to level your consciousness density, you'll have more access to tap into the universe to create from nothingness. That's the only thing different between you and gods right now, is that your power is just asleep and it's about to turn on. Some people are already, their powers are turning back on. They look like Mr. Manhattan off of Watchmen, right? You remember how I told y'all that? That's what some of y'all are becoming, like Mr. Manhattan from Watchmen. That's what the solar flash is going to do. It's going to rearrange your cells to awaken cells that have been asleep for thousands of years, number one. Number two, you'll start to be able to tap into dark matter, some of y'all. So y'all be able to create from nothing, like for real, bro. That's how powerful we are, bro. Like people think I be baloney. That's how powerful you are. Some of these beings use you as an energy battery because you're a walking nuke, literally.
Right.
But a lot of this stuff that you know is going to change the essence of everything. Quantum physics, rocket science, religion, everything gonna change, right? Same thing with your laws and rules. How you gonna tell a being like this, well, that's against the law, and they can teleport, or they can run fast, or jump high? Those laws they created all these centuries ain't gonna work no more when beings can do Superman-like stuff. It ain't gonna matter. So this is why I tell you, you are a universe. You're powerful, bro. You're more
like, freeze. You just teleported to Japan. Oh man, imagine the cops pull you over. You just, I don't know where he went. He just teleported. That's crazy. Imagine you could do that, man.
More powerful. We only tap into 5% of our essence, to be real. They say 10% in brain and 5 physical. We ain't even hit the surface yet. It's gonna look like a Sumerian Atlantean movie very soon. Just get ready. But you are the universe. And this is what I mean by is bees. These were the original energy beings that were just chilling, vibing with everything. Some of these beings are around the cosmos right now, chilling. But anyway, you'll start tapping into this light that's inside your body, and you'll start recollecting stuff when that solar flash hit, which will be next year.
I can't believe that we're just finding this out.
Next year.
Is a staple in her house during cold and flu season. What effects have you seen?
Well, I work in a hospital and I haven't been sick in 5 years.
Elderberry.
Jesus exposed the secret ingredient to never get sick again, and that is by taking elderberry syrup, especially if you pair it with something like oil of oregano, which is proven to be 10 times stronger than any cough syrup that your children have ever taken. This is because it eliminates congestion by drawing mucus out of the body. If these two things are so powerful, why have our doctors never recommended it to us? The sad truth is that the owners of Big Pharma prioritize profits over the health of their citizens. This is why we must only invest in natural and organic remedies. Luckily for you, I've linked the oil of oregano and a bunch more in my bio. So check my bio for more information. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's best.
What if I told you?
Drinking our blood. Drinking our blood. When I found out.
What if I told you in the year 2024 it's going to be against the law to speak the truth? Would you believe me? One of the hardest jobs on this planet is speaking truth and waking up people that is actually asleep. Star seeds, we have the hardest job. Don't forget that they even took out the real Jesus for speaking truth. There's nothing new under the sun. I've been doing these videos or speaking truth since 2010, where it wasn't even cool to be woke. Before I even had my little gray patch, I was speaking the truth. It's not a cool thing to do, but it has to be done. Don't forget that there's nothing new under the sun. These people are actually rewinding time. We are actually going back into ancient days when the witches, the warlocks, they was being hunted down. You couldn't speak the truth back in ancient days. There was no difference. There's nothing new under the sun. Remember, they was doing the same thing thousands of years ago. If you was a witch or a warlock, they was going to hunt you down. It's the same thing right now when we are speaking truth. Back in ancient days, people was using sage to get rid of negative energy. Now we are using sage to get rid of negative energy. We was using crystals to get a stronger frequency or a higher vibration or a form of protection back in ancient days. Now we are doing the same thing right now. We are living in the days of our ancestors. Everything our ancestors did, we are now doing. They knew the truth, now we are getting the truth. The same people they was going to war with, we are now going to war with. It's all about raising your vibrations. Our problem is we go public and try to teach the world when we are not supposed to teach the world. We are supposed to teach the ones that's vibrating like us. It's really chosen people on this planet. And if you chosen, you don't even have to say you chosen. Your vibration and your aura field will speak for itself. We are the children of the sun. The truth actually lives within us. So if we could get people, more people, living the right way or speaking truth within themselves, then we don't have to do a public battle no more. We can take everything back within. I want people to understand where they got this from. This is the court system or how they judge certain people. If your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, then you are now free when it comes to the law system. But they got the same system from us. When your heart has to be lighter than a feather, the court system is the same system they were using back in Egypt. We are the highest beings on this planet, but we got to start acting like it. Our ancestors knew this, and somehow we forgot it. Certain truth, certain knowledge, and certain wisdom is supposed to stay in the tribe or in the family. It was not meant for the public. By the way, go to the link in my bio so we
drinking our blood. When I found out that every motherfucking missing person, I thought they just go, motherfuckers really go missing. But when I found out that nobody ever went missing and every single missing person ever was really them kidnapping them, killing them, and eating them. Well, remembered rather, because we already know this. When I remembered that, do you know that we, like I said, nobody that died that you ever buried, they not in there, they not in the ground. They're not in the ground at all. You can go dig that shit up yourself. I got $1,000 for you. You dig it up right now. I guarantee you it ain't no bones in that bitch.
I guarantee you ain't see no bones in that bitch. It should at least be some bones in there still, right? If they body was down there, right? Was you gonna say all the bones got ate by the worms, nigga? Nigga, it ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. It ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. I bet you ain't even a casket in there. A box. None of that. See, when I found that out, drinking our blood. When I found out that every motherfucking missing
super sick. That's how they do it. It's not a critter.
I'm here at Meteor Crater, Arizona, where one of the largest craters in the world is visible for you to come visit. What's awesome about it is that it's about 3/4 of a mile wide, and the meteor that impacted the site almost 50,000 years ago was 150 feet long. So be sure, if you're coming to Flagstaff, Arizona, just travel 45 minutes east and you can see Meteor Crater for yourself. I'm here at Meteor Crater, Arizona, where one of the largest craters in the world.
What happened? How did he even got this, like, look to it? Somebody called this Dusty off of Fortnite.
Oh yeah, that do.
That actually do look like Dusty off of Fortnite.
Yeah, they do.
That is funny.
This is one of the wildest places on Earth that nobody talks enough about. 50,000 years ago, a monster space rock smashed into our planet, creating this massive hole. But this ain't your regular hole in the ground. Oh no. Located high above the Arizona desert, the Barringer Crater is one of the best preserved impact craters on Earth. You were looking at the aftermath of a 600 million pound space rock hitting us at 26,000 miles per hour. This random space rock just cocked it back and threw down a hard two for absolutely no reason. It's named after Daniel Barringer, a Philly mining pro who was like, yo, this is definitely not a volcanic crater. This is for sure from a meteorite. Long story short, he was right, but why should you care? Well, you can visit this place whenever you want. Word on the street is that they got a sick gift shop, and you can even take a tour around the rim. This place is the perfect opportunity to witness the wild history of our planet and the cosmic forces that shaped it. So next time you're plotting a vacation, make sure to...
Okay. They be saying it's all this and all that, some stuff in space, man. I be thinking it's something else. What do y'all think? Y'all be thinking it's aliens or whatever? Let me know. But I feel like it's something else bigger than what they be saying. Okay.
Here we go. Whoa, that's fast. Let's first take a...
A meteorite crashed here 50,000 years ago. It created this giant crater in Arizona. It's pretty cool, I guess. But damn, look at this skate spot on the roof. A meteorite crashed here.
Things scientists can't explain. An otherworldly crater in Siberia. This is known as the Patamsky or Padam crater. This is a strange formation of shattered limestone blocks that still confuse many on its formation. It was first reported by a Russian geologist in 1949. Estimates say it was created 300 to 500 years ago. Nearby trees have been cited as experiencing rapid growth, and the theory is it's radiation. Ideas range from nuclear explosion, meteorites, and even a spaceship. But the most likely theory is a steam explosion from magma or due to faulting and decompression of heated rocks. Like and follow for more videos like these.
The crater that changed everything.
Fallen angels and asteroids. What do they have in common? Well, let's look. This, if you're anything like I used to be, thought for many, many, many years this was a sign of an old asteroid. But if you think that still, let me just ask you this. If it was an asteroid that came in at an angle, unless it was coming straight down, it wouldn't look like this. It would leave some sort of tail or something different. This is not an asteroid. And if you haven't come across flat Earth yet, I highly recommend you research flat Earth. But you can see a lot of these have been found over the course of thousands of years. And I found the number of them that have been found to be very peculiar. So here's just another example. Does anyone know around how many of these huge craters have been found? Around 200, at least 190 I've researched, and there have been 195 found. And you know what that made me think of? It made me think of how many angels came down to earth with Lucifer. Anyone know that number? It was roughly around 200. Kind of coincidental there, right? Maybe we're in Satan's short season, and maybe those fallen angels that were kept in prison underground have already been released. This
About the asteroid Apophis. Its name draws some attention because the cosmic mass was named after the Egyptian god of chaos, ironically also known as the Great Serpent, who, since he was also the enemy of the sun god Ra or light, existed in darkness.
Could we be living in the short season of Satan and tribulation's already happened and the angels have already come up? I think so. Fallen angels and asteroids. What do they have in
I don't know how I
common?
feel about that.
We must talk about this ASAP. There's been a massive amount of conspiracy talk about the Grand Canyon being the actual path to Africa. And what's crazy is I just took a trip to Las Vegas. Y'all see I haven't even been on the app. When we flew over the Grand Canyon, I had that same exact thought. Then I got on TikTok and I seen this.
These might be the
It might be. It just might be. Kind of look like Africa.
Zoom in on the map. You see the United States, right? And then you see Africa right next to it. North America, Africa. This goes right along with me and my brother's conspiracy theory that all the Area 51s across the globe were connected in Pangea, and when we separated, those portals allow everything to connect between us and the Earth and dimensional travel. Like the Grand Canyon, pyramids in Egypt, Stonehenge, I mean all these places with these unique locations and meanings. It's looking like the Grand Canyon just may be part of that. Conspiracy starts to get really interesting. So the Grand Canyon has 6 no-fly zones. And also you have parts of the canyon which you can't explore without executive supervision. I think this may be because they're hiding ancient history. 1909, G.E. Kincaid went on a grand exploration through the Colorado River, where he came across and discovered caves such as the one behind me. They're not natural caves, they were hard-carved caves. Kincaid said that this cave alone contained mummies, hieroglyphic writings all throughout the caves, war weapons, and copper instruments that were sharp as steel. Craziest thing about it is that he said these caves could hold up to 50,000 people. So you can only imagine how advanced this cave actually was, especially for the time period he discovered it in 1909. But hey, it just might be a coincidence or just a conspiracy or something. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about the Grand Canyon.
No, ain't no conspiracy. Definitely something they're hiding. Cause if they got no fly zone, you don't need that if you're not trying to hide anything, right? Come on, man, get out of here. How you gonna add a no-fly zone and this planet is free to everyone? Get out of here, man. You're hiding something.
It's not real. Like some people go to the edge and slip because they can't. The perception
That's a
of
stupid
it.
person.
That's a dumb guy.
Because even if they think, oh, that's a painting, they know it's not.
But it's not that. There is something that happens to your brain that when you see it, you kind of just can't believe it. You cannot fathom
How
something
did it
so
form?
large.
Was that an asteroid hit?
Huh?
The Grand Canyon? How did it form?
When the first time that Trump ran, he did it. I think he made
got
it. Biggest hole, I'll make the biggest hole. Nobody's hole is bigger.
If you didn't know, the Grand Canyon was actually used to mine gold.
I did know that.
What's interesting is that the Grand Canyon had so much gold, it could have crashed the entire gold market. And did you know that 90% of the caves in the Grand Canyon are unexplored by the public and are protected by the US military? Now, when I tell you why, it's gonna get a little interesting. This guy, he was exploring this one cave. He found ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, other types of artifacts, mummies.
What?
Now they discredit this guy, and then some other credible guy came in and found the same thing. Below the surface, people believe this is where the lost city of gold was actually at. Every president has tried to mine gold at the canyon, but was denied. I believe that the US military found something down there. Could be the lost city of gold, could not be. But they found something. To keep watch of it means that there's something valuable there. It will make sense that if the Grand Canyon had so much gold, it would not be as valuable that something like that could be there. If you didn't know, the Grand Canyon was actually used.
Yeah, they protecting it too strong. It's definitely something they're hiding for sure.
Wake the fuck up.
Map, bro. Wake up. Yo, peep Old Testament map of ancient America. Hold up. Alright, so peep, right? I had zoomed in.
Wake up. Wake up.
So what if this what it really was, bro? And if anything, right? This would really make sense. You would.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna let this last clip pass by, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow with more clips of this video.
I don't know why. Because what's in this area? Washington, D.C. Oh.
The Grand Canyon, one of the world's wonders.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and end it off right there. Alright, y'all. We'll be back with part 2. Because it says 3 hours long, y'all. 3 hours long. So we'll be back with part 2. Until then, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Part 2 for part 2. Peace.